It's October.
It is October.
You're sitting there expecting, a glorious Wednesday where you're going to start your morning off with a slice of nerdy goodness. But the scariest thing happened. The podcast isn't there.
Your car doesn't start.
You get 2 flat tires. But unfortunately, no, that's the wrong word.
No,
fortunately, you're here with us.
And hopefully I posted it on time. Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
This is
we have light the power outage,
Yeah, the 72 candles.
The 72 candles
are still alive, and they came. So, quick update if you watched.
Didn't you want to frame them?
I'm going to.
Nice.
So my biggest worry was that they weren't gonna come off the silver platter, because funny story.
Oh.
So I took that silver platter from my mom's house. And I thought that silver platter, was just something that we've always owned. No, it was my dead grandmother's.
Oh, not the heirloom.
And so, I was like, oh no, I just destroyed an heirloom. But no, the wax came off so well. Now we can frame it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to put how artists at the corner put
I was thinking of actually getting a Polaroid picture of the two of us on the couch, and melting the Polaroid into it.
No, that's
front
real.
And center.
That's real cute.
Yeah,
that's like girlfriend stuff right there. I'm engaged, dude.
It's not for you.
It's for you.
It's for me.
It's for you.
I need to do girlfriend stuff for myself because
you
haven't done the Google Doc. So
ITT.
It's not a Google Doc, right?
GIRL. I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say. I don't know the lyrics.
It's
a Google form.
It's
ITGIRL, right?
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to say
it's it girl. It's ITGIRL.
You
know I am that girl.
Oh
my God, why did we start the podcast like this?
But it's not. It's a Google form. Is that what you were gonna say?
Mm-hmm. We keep on saying the Google Doc. It's not a Google Doc. It's a Google form.
Well, have you and I ever been accurate on anything?
That's a fair point.
That's a fair point.
That's a very fair point.
Spooky season's here.
Spooky season,
as we've done the last 2 podcasts.
Is here. If you did not see last podcast,
I heard. I know we haven't seen it yet, but I heard House of Fall of Usher is pretty good.
I saw the first episode.
I saw Cozy almost finished it already.
Oh my God!
He showed up yesterday. He's like, "Yo, have you watched it?" I'm like, "No."
So quickly. For those who don't know, House of Usher is a Netflix new miniseries by our favorite miniseries.
Mike Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan.
Which I love his name because he also has the last name of my favorite restaurant. Continue.
He did both Bly Manors.
He did He did
Haunting at Hill House,
Bly Manor. Midnight Mass and the Midnight Club, but I think he only produced that one. I don't think he created that one.
And then now he's doing The Fall of the House of Usher,
yes,
which is an Edgar Allan Poe thing.
What a name.
First episode is called Midnight Dreary, and I think all the episodes are a different thing.
On this Midnight Dreary.
Yeah, so I'm really excited because the Edgar Allan Poe through lines are really cool.
I'm excited.
It's well done so far.
He's moving to Prime now.
We're going to.
Did you know about that?
What's Prime?
He
the drink from Logan Paul?
Amazon Prime Video.
Oh,
because apparently him and Netflix had a falling out.
Really?
A lot of creative control and differences going on there.
That sucks.
So sucks for Netflix.
Yeah.
Good for Amazon.
Good for him.
Good for Prime, man.
He probably got a lot more money.
Probably got that money.
Yeah. So far, really cool. We'll come out with a real review next episode.
I didn't know what you were gonna say, but I still just snapped. I did a little
because I'm gonna be able to watch it because I'm traveling these next 2 weeks.
You know that it took me until the 2nd grade to learn how to snap.
It's taking you until
I still can't
27 to whistle.
Nope. Every podcast I'm gonna do it.
You get close.
You can ask Talia. You can verify. I did it one time, and we were both like,
okay. I have video evidence, and he didn't really do it. But he almost did.
Yeah.
I know I did. You heard the whistle.
You could see
a second.
The light in his eyes as he did it. It was quite funny.
Yeah. Well, you'll get there eventually. I've gotten to the point where I whistle too much now.
I told him that it's a rite of passage. So we're not going to be able to have kids until he learns how to whistle.
So have kids. So you're gonna say we're not gonna be able to get married, and then at the marriage ceremony he whistles. Everyone just stands up very modestly. And
Claps. No, snaps.
Oh.
Snapping.
Or everyone just stands up and starts whistling.
And I can
Just
whistle
to,
back.
like,
Watch.
make fun
That
of
would
him.
be terrible. That's a terrible idea.
Please don't.
That's actually horrifying now that I think about it. Imagine we're all standing up there and everyone gets up and just...
I can do that.
That's terrifying.
Horrifying.
Especially at the barn you guys are getting married at.
The people are gonna be like, "What the
I was almost there.
cult is happening?"
He's been trying to whistle this whole time.
Please
So
let it go.
You told me that you had the first segment for today. So
Well, I have the only segment for today.
no, I have a segment.
You have a segment? Let's
I
do your segment then.
No, because I need to know what this episode is called. So
you
your
want me
segment
to?
first.
All right. So, can our voice from the void give us a little drum roll? Give me your best drum roll.
I don't.
No, but no, you can't tell. You
What
gotta
if I just?
Nice. Welcome to the very first, most likely last,
There you go.
Nerd Slice horror movie draft. We haven't done a draft in a while.
Yes, we did. We did the very first episode that
The American Horror Story was you on the top of your dome.
No. I seem to remember something that you are vastly forgetting. If people would go to our Nerd Slice YouTube channel and look up the very first episode where I appeared, we were in costumes doing a horror movie draft.
That wasn't a draft. That was just us ranking our favorite horror movies.
That is true.
Yeah.
That
This
is
one's a
very
straight
true.
draft
That
with
is-
categories.
Okay. You know what? So this is a Spooky Wooky Nerd Slice.
Do you want to read
Spooky draft?
my grocery list? Because I haven't deleted it yet. So it's creamer, cereal, which we didn't get cereal, ground beef. I'm making mac and cheese. Ground beef mac and cheese.
I thought you said Wagyu beef.
And well, we got like they had it there, and I was like,
So we got
I'm not
nothing that
gonna-
was on the list.
No, yeah, we got milk and eggs.
Did you get creamer?
Mm-mm.
I don't want to talk about it.
Did you get cereal?
No.
No,
So you had 3 things on your list and you got
no,
one
we had
of them.
5 things on our list, and we got 2 of the 5.
Okay.
But we got some other stuff that we needed.
Adulting.
And
Adulting.
Oh, wait,
I want you to
wait,
know.
wait,
I
wait.
want you to know that we ran into those things, and I said, "Should we get that?" And he goes, "Nah."
Which one? No.
So
we got the
let
milk.
me-
We did not go
the
buy the
cereal
cereal.
pile?
Hey, love you guys. We're not
Yeah,
arguing about
sorry.
this on the
It's
podcast.
fine.
So let me get this straight. You guys went to the grocery store
Yes.
with 5 things on your list.
Spent
got-
$200.
You guys got 2 of those things
Yes.
and a glass container
Okay.
that you never needed
Mhm.
instead of the other 3
But
things
we're gonna
on that
use a
list.
glass container. You don't act like the glass container's not gonna come in clutch. Later, when you a thirsty boy,
When
you
you
are
when
parched,
you have an ice maker,
We
then we'll talk about
are
it.
getting one.
I literally
I know.
ordered it.
That's why I said it.
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't have one right now.
All right. So this first category here, we're
do you mean
we're gonna
category?
I told you we're doing based off categories.
This is gonna be a long fucking draft.
Yeah. Just at the top of
Okay.
the dome. Ready?
All right.
We're gonna get 4 each, right? 4 or
It's gonna
3.
be
You
a
want to do 3 or
long
4?
Fucking draft.
We can do 3.
Let's do
We'll do
3.
3. Okay. Right off the bat, slashers. We haven't
Okay.
started off.
Okay. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Voice. Who goes first? You get to decide. This is how I'm gonna do decisions now because
the random guy in the middle.
we need to name him something.
Thomas.
We are not naming.
Thomas.
Chris.
Chris.
Chris is such
Chris.
All right. Felipe.
Whoa. I like the name
No.
Chris. I know several Chris's.
Facundo.
a no.
Facundo? Wait. We have Papito. This one's gonna be
Pepito.
Pepito.
Yeah. Funny enough, do you know a nickname for people called Jose?
Pepito?
Pepito.
That's weird.
My mom always forced people to say my name was Jose Antonio.
So they
She- and
wouldn't
she'd
call
be
you
like,
Pepito.
Your name is not Jose. Your
It's
name's Jose
Pepito!
Antonio. I was like, but my middle name's Antonio. She goes, no. Your first name's Jose Antonio, which is a lie.
It's a lie.
Fully a lie.
It's your middle name.
Antonio is my middle name, just so people wouldn't call me Pepito. So Pepito's in the middle now. Mom, you did it. These 7 years.
So let's do rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I'm gonna start off with Halloween.
Okay.
Just a classic.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
It's a classic.
No,
You
that
know, Michael
100%
Myers.
makes sense.
Dono and I talked about how the new one kind of dropped the ball on it. You know, like that first revival, the 2018 one. You know, not bad.
No, it
The
was
sequel
terrible.
was a little weird. Fucked it up on the last one. But Halloween, it's still a classic. Michael Myers, you know, has a dope theme. And yeah,
Can you can you ad-lib the theme right now? Go.
There you go.
Hey, not bad. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, Halloween is like the very easy first one. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna do 3 categories of 3 slashers. So
Your category,
yeah,
my
because
category.
there's like 100 slashers.
That's why I said more than 3. You
I
want
know.
to just do 4?
No. But I'm like there's like 100 slashers that are good slashers. So I'm gonna go
So
with.
just pick 3.
I'm gonna go with Psycho.
Ooh.
Psycho is my first one. Obviously, first slasher.
Of course. You know it's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Can you do the very iconic sound? Okay.
Thank you. Thank
so,
you. I'll be here all week. Literally, I
a
live
very
here.
iconic movie. Very like things that were from Psycho reverberate through all of slasher culture forever. So you can't go wrong with Psycho, you know.
No, I
And that
completely.
ending. That and funny enough, I would love to make a video of like all the like golden age slashers and what they took away from Psycho.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I feel like Psycho also probably one of the earliest, like, best plot twist for that time.
Sorry, I thought I had a horror moment of myself. I thought that
You
the
thought it
audio
wasn't
wasn't recording. Yeah.
Probably one of like the best earliest plot twist.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
I mean, from what I know, and obviously I wasn't born at the time that Psycho came out, but that first like woman that was killed was like
She was
one
like
of
a
the
really
most
prominent
popular
actresses,
and for her to be killed like that, same thing happened in Scream. I'm gonna like shotgun it now.
That's fine.
And then like ending, same thing happens in Friday the 13th.
No. So that's
I know
yours.
what your
Yeah, it's gonna
second
be
one's gonna
Scream. Yeah, I mean, we just talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we've talked about how like half our friend group, their favorite is Scream, and I like Scream. We recently watched it. We watched Scary Movie first, which is real funny. But Scream, obviously, is also, like you said, kind of like Psycho, is one that kind of revolutionized the slasher and kind of made it a little more self-aware. And I like that throughout the franchise, it's kind of been very self-aware of itself, while still being a good kind of standalone horror, while also being a sort of critique of the genre.
Yeah.
Sydney's probably one of the best, like, final girls. Girl doesn't
She's
catch
okay.
a fucking break. I'm forgetting their names. Tara. I don't remember the other one's name, the sisters.
Oh, okay.
I think they're pretty cool. My man, spoiler alerts for the last like 2 Scream movies. If you don't want to know anything about them, just skip like a minute ahead. My man's superhuman. The friend,
Which one?
the friend who gets stabbed
you're
several
talking about
times
the new
in
movies.
both movies.
You're talking
Yes,
about the
I'm
new
gonna look
movies
up-
that the dude never dies.
Yeah, like I'm gonna look up.
So funny enough, I have not seen the new Scream. The one the
you've seen Scream 6. You haven't seen Scream 5.
Exactly. So I just went to watch Scream 6 because they were watching it and I was
Funny
like, fuck
enough,
yeah. Super
I cannot
enjoyed
make
it.
this up. His name is Chad.
That's right.
Yes.
Chad gets stabbed so many times.
Yes. So in
Chad is the epitome of
Plot
on
armor.
set. No, on set. Talia was definitely on set going, nope. Even if he got stabbed like that, he wouldn't die. Because we were watching, I think it was either Scary Movie or Scream. I don't know which one it was yesterday. But Talia was like, nope. No, that wouldn't kill someone. It's not deep enough. They stab to the side. That person just puts pressure and they're good to go. So if I ever become a mass murderer, I'm definitely going to have Talia next to me going, so is that good? And she's going to be like, nope. Try harder.
But yeah, he gets stabbed several times in both movies and just
Walks
makes
it
it out on top.
He
Literally walks it on
definitely
top.
chatted it out.
It's because he's Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son. That's probably why.
Try that one again.
Cuba.
Is it Cuba?
His name is Cuba. The actor, yes. Look, I will.
No. You keep on going and I'll look it up.
It's literally. How else would you pronounce it? Cuba?
It is Cuba Gooding
Yes.
Jr. That's crazy.
What's your next one? What's your second?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
You know what's funny when I think of slashers? I think of Nice Bag. Yeah, that technically
no,
is.
it is.
It is a slash. Funny enough, I've never watched it, like the original.
Here's the thing.
That one also
It
came
is
out
in my
around that
top-
time, right?
it is
Like
in
the
my top
80s,
three.
70s.
Yeah. It is in my top 3. Hard movie to watch.
I heard it is like
It's-
of the slashers. It is a little tougher to watch, like gore
It
wise.
is very, like, the way it was shot and the way that it is very like art house compared to the rest of them. But it is the best example of horror in the day that most people can think of. Obviously, nowadays we have Midsommar and stuff like that. But good movie. New ones, shit. They're garbage. The first one is the only one that matters.
That Netflix one we saw was rough.
Yeah. The new one suck. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, in my opinion, is of all the slashers, the one that should never have gotten a sequel. Because like Scream makes sense. Halloween makes sense. Nightmare on Elm Street makes sense.
Yeah, even Jason, you know, he's like even Friday the 13th. Yeah.
Friday the 13th makes sense. That one just doesn't.
Okay. That's your second pick.
Yeah.
So for my final pick, I'm picking a more recent one.
I was going to pick a recent one too. And if you pick the one that I...
Which one are you picking?
No. What are you going to pick?
I'm picking Pearl.
I haven't seen Pearl.
I know. But Pearl is the follow-up to the movie X, which if you guys haven't watched either of them, go watch it.
The one that's a horror movie too.
Pearl is the prequel/sequel to X, which goes into the backstory of like the main like villain.
Is it a slasher?
It is a slasher.
Wow.
It's a straight slasher, dog.
Oh, okay.
Straight.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Talia, you can attest. Pretty good, right? Pearl? You like X more or Pearl more?
Her face is this.
Well, I have trauma with X.
So Pearl? Got it. So yeah, that's my final pick. I like it a lot. I think they're making a third movie called Maxine with 3 X's.
Maxine Vachier-Lagrave?
No. Is that his last name?
Whose?
In our campaign?
No, Maxime Vachier-Lagrave is a chess player.
Oh, didn't know that. But yeah, they're making a third movie that's kind of the end-all be-all of those 3 movies. So pretty solid. It's been a while since like an original sort of new slasher I think can kind of become like a cult sort of slasher movie. And I think X and Pearl have that potential.
Actually, I think my pick is a cult classic at this point.
Which is?
Happy Death Day.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I know you've watched it.
So Happy Death.
There's 2 of them, right?
There's 2 of them, and the first one is a slasher. The second one, I honestly I haven't watched the second one. I don't think it's a slasher. I think they did a different type of horror. But I know that Happy Death Day is really well received in the horror community. It's like Groundhog Day mixed with a slasher.
If I'm not mistaken, it's kind of what like made Blumhouse a little bit more popular. If I'm not mistaken,
it's one of the first ones in Blumhouse that started the ball rolling. It's a really good movie, really fun. It's like Scream that doesn't take things really that seriously. It's cool. I really enjoyed it. And that's my 3 categories were like classic, then a little bit of art house, and then the last one was
all right.
newer.
I like it,
which is funny because you and I kind of did the same thing.
Yeah. So this next one, we're moving on into a little different type of horror, which is a paranormal.
Okay.
So I'll let you go first for this one since I went.
I mean, yeah, that's how it should be. Paranormal.
Yeah, paranormal/supernatural. So like any like ghost haunting type movies.
Let me ask you a question. Does demonic count? Do you have a category for demonic / possession?
I didn't. Do you want to change them? No, let's just put them all under one. Let's put them all under one.
I think they should be just
like
one.
together, right? All right.
Okay, so I mean, listen, I'm gonna pick it.
Just
Exorcist.
Go for it. Yeah,
goes
the
first.
original.
Yeah, the original Exorcist. I mean, there's honestly might be one of the scariest movies ever. And like I really don't think that it needs much more discussion or ovation. I think it's a good movie. I think that if you watch it when you're a child, you're gonna be scarred forever.
Like my father.
So
you know about that, right?
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, you know, my dad was a teenager, probably I think like 14, when the original Exorcist came out.
Yeah.
And you know, like they had horror movies, but like it wasn't like horror movies aren't like today that like are very that scared the crap out of me.
So what you guys aren't hearing is that the air conditioning started, and so the air pressure changed. So the bedroom door closed by itself, and all of us just paused.
Yeah. So my dad watched that, and it was his first horror movie and his last. We'll not watch horror movies after that. Oh, you already said Exorcist.
Yeah,
okay.
Exorcist is my first. Go.
Okay. So I'm also gonna switch it up and go for a more recent one, very very recent.
Okay.
Which is Talk to Me.
Damn it.
Were you gonna pick that one?
I was gonna pick that as my third.
Yeah.
My second's gonna piss you off.
I think you and I enjoyed that one a lot.
That one was a great movie.
Honestly, it's been a very long time since I think like a horror supernatural. I'm gonna be honest with you, not the scariest.
No.
I do think like it has its moments. There are moments in it that are tough to get through, but overall, just as a sort of supernatural, also kind of you and I talked about how we think there's a lot of sort of hidden sort of things to represent other things.
So, but here's the thing. The movie is very complex in the way that it's done. There was a lot of discussion afterwards. I know that you discussed it with Talia as well. That there seemed to be a lot of let's say, plot points that weren't fully.
Yeah, I think they are making a sequel.
They are making a sequel,
and I hope that we learn a little bit more.
But I watched I don't think I've mentioned this that much. Me and Aesthetica love watching YouTube video essays. There is one that like breaks down some of the like symbolism and iconography of Talk to Me. Makes much more sense.
I have to give it a watch then.
After you watch it, because it talks about colors, it talks about sounds that you might not have caught in.
Like picked up on?
Yeah. So I'm not going to spoil the movie, but a lot of the questions that we had after were answered.
Okay. I'll definitely give that one a watch. What's your second one that's supposedly going to upset
The
me?
Shining.
Okay.
It's possession.
That's fair. No, you're right. The Shining technically is possession.
Yeah.
And I guess it has a lot of like ghost like residents.
So The Shining made both of our top number ones in our horror movie top tier list like 3 years ago. And I mean, if you want to hear us like vamp on it, you can watch that entire podcast, which would be awesome. But a little throwback watching us in costumes, thinking that we were on the top of the world. We're not. Great movie. I honestly, this is gonna be very film school snobby of me, but I didn't love the movie until I watched it in a like intro to cinematography class, and it was a 3-hour class. We watched it and then we had a discussion on it, and I think it was me watching it with everyone that like I like started to love it. And I argued with someone for like a good 35 minutes who was like, no, this was garbage. And it was a class of like 130 people. And the next 35 minutes were me and this person arguing about that the movie was good or not. And most people were on my side. And then even the people that were on their side started not being on their side because they were just talking shit. So yeah, great movie. It's just a little bit of a nice anecdote for you.
Okay, now we have context, backstory. So the next one that I'm going to be picking is The Conjuring. I think I've said it a few times, of The Conjuring, Insidious, those type of like mid-2000s sort of movies. I think The Conjuring was kind of, I wasn't super really into horror movies until more I was in like college / the end of high school. Conjuring is kind of the first one that really made me interested in like, I really like what's happening here. I like that it wasn't just jump scares. It seemed to be a little bit more layered and sort of focused more on the characters itself rather than just kind of getting a scare out of you. The very first one.
So I have another anecdote. I don't want to steal your thing. The Conjuring is the only movie I've ever walked out on.
Because of scaredness?
Yeah, because I was terrified.
Oh yeah, you don't like, also, and this is like Evan has this thing, right, where Evan likes horror movies, but horror movies are scary. The second I see a based on real events, Evan has a little slight more fear in him. I don't know if that's like just imagining what they went through, or like, oh, that would be terrifying. But yeah, I know we're Cuban, so the ghosts are a little,
the whole like religious, and like we grew up basically religious adjacent. Another thing, I was a altar boy for X amount of years.
I'm so sorry for you.
Like stuns people.
Were you the one that rang the little bell?
I was the one that rang the little. We'll get. You know, we will talk about my religious trauma another day, because I have so many stories of just acting like a fucking menace during mass. But due to being around all of that religious stuff,
you just have a slight.
That movie scared the shit out of me. Now I'm older and like I think life is scary enough that like I'm not scared of movies anymore. So I've watched that movie like 12 o'clock at night, and I was like, "Oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's not as scary."
Yeah,
anymore.
I like Conjuring. I think it's pretty solid.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
So my next movie, we might need to pivot.
This is your third, right?
This is my third.
Okay.
Is there a category for monsters?
Yeah, I have a whole section for that.
Okay. Then this movie, I'm guessing, does not count for that.
Well, you can say it. We can.
I was gonna say it because technically,
I was
he
gonna
is
put
haunting
that.
the
Yeah,
town.
I was gonna put that under like the monster sort of.
yeah,
But I mean, if you want to,
no. I thought it was monster as well.
I'll let you put that, and then you can add 3 more for your monster.
No. We'll keep it for
Yeah, you want me to say my last one then?
Yeah. Say your last one,
So,
because I'm gonna be honest with you. That was my last one.
That was your last one.
But you go, and then I'll come back.
So my final one that I have here for the sort of ghost sort of ones is going to be, I had it here and now I lost it. Oh, the Babadook.
Oh, that's a good fucking
Because
pick.
I don't know if we would consider that a ghost or like a paranormal, but I feel like it has to.
So the Babadook is both.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like an
like
entity.
I would say monster, but I would say more
I-
paranormally than.
I agree, because it's a manifestation of someone's
Yeah.
grief, and it's almost like a demon.
And
And,
I'm
if we're putting religion, like demons, like The Exorcist, into this, I would consider it not a
and
monster.
to be honest, like I could have put other ones, but there's one shot in the Babadook, and if you
the
know
one
it,
in the
you know it.
police station.
No, the one on the ceiling
Oh,
where you just see it and she looks at it and that shit just drops, and it's very rare for a jump scare to like get me. That one got me.
I
So-
really hated that movie. Like,
Hate it like it scared you, or hate it like you just
no,
didn't like
like
it?
I just didn't. I didn't really find it scary.
Okay, I mean everyone's different.
Yeah, I didn't find the Babadook that scary. I will say the scariest scene for me was when they were in the police station and she looks at the coat hanger, and it's the Babadook for a second, then like she looks again and it's just like a coat.
Yeah.
That type of like very real things that like I have experienced, because I've been like at home.
Yeah, and you'll
Seeing
see
like something hung up and like, is that a person?
it's like we've talked
That
about.
scares
It's
me.
always when we're comfortable, which is why like I almost put this one instead of Conjuring, or like in the first Insidious movie, with like the mom just talking in broad daylight and the demon's just behind him. Like it's effective. Like I think jump scares are the best when it's a sense of comfort almost.
Yeah.
But do you have your last one, or do you need a little more time?
I'm a little torn, right? Because I'm gonna do an unhonorable mention. This movie will never make it on any list ever, at least on this sofa, which is the Blair Witch Project. Fuck that movie.
Okay.
Sorry, it can't be a horror movie discussion if I don't shit on the Blair Witch Project.
That's fair.
Damn, man.
You know what's funny? Our next category is found footage, by the way. But continue.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Just continue with your last one.
I don't know, man. I like. There was the reason I'm trying to like, vamp, is because I had one, and for some reason The Empty Man.
You could say it.
No,
Weird
it's
fucking
not
movie.
The Empty Man. Can you tell people why we have this joke?
So Dono and I were trying to figure out a movie to watch, and there was this movie called The Empty Man. It was a horror movie, mind you.
I remember my pick.
2 hours and 45 minutes. And we were gonna be honest, we were like, damn, this must be a real good movie if it's this fucking long. And it had pretty good reviews.
It had great reviews.
It had great reviews. So the whole movie, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, first hour and a half, nothing. Well, no. The first 30 minutes, an entirely different plot line, unrelated to what happens later on in the movie. You find out why it's related, but like you're like, oh, we're switching characters now? But the whole thing, the ending of the movie, spoilers once again, if you don't want to know.
The TLDR.
Yeah, is that Dono and I have always had this joke about tolkas, which are these like creatures that you kind of think about and like bring into reality.
They're thought forms that are given power through people's beliefs.
Yeah,
so if people believe, like let's say in the Loch Ness Monster,
yeah, like
then
it'll
the Loch
become
Ness
a reality.
Monster would be a tulpa if it was real.
Yeah.
Which was the joke last episode of me trying to summon a tulpa.
Yeah. But you find out in this movie that the main character is a tulpa. And he's like the cult leader's like obsession. Anyways, yeah. Do you have one? Or do we...
Yeah, so Hereditary.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
There's not monsters. There's like
ghosts,
possession, ghosts in the corners and stuff like that. That's why I'm picking Hereditary. It is also a demon film.
Okay, then
Right,
well,
they're sacrificing him to a demon.
Hey, you found a loophole, and
Cool.
I applaud you for that.
I also just don't think that do you have psychological horrors?
I do, but it's fine.
Okay,
We'll
Hereditary
then.
will be for 2.
So this next one, I'll go first now. Our tune to our next
My
category.
honorable mention also is The Autopsy of Jane Doe. By the
The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Yes, I thought you hated that movie.
No, I like that movie.
Really?
Yeah, I like The
Which one are
Autopsy.
we thinking about?
The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Is that the one with Olivia Wilde, or was that the one with the dad and the
the dad and the kid?
I like that one. That one was fine.
The
That
dad
one was
and the
cool.
kid in the mortuary.
Spoiler: he rocks his girlfriend. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one. So now we're moving on to found footage. I'm gonna go first. You know I have to put it.
You're gonna go first.
You know I
because
have to put it.
If you put Blair Witch Project, I will.
I'm not gonna put
jump.
Blair Witch Project. I'm putting on Host, the movie that scared the shit
Yes.
out of us.
Yes, 100%.
Host,
Tell the
like
story.
Dono and I have been very blatant. Like we said, it is very rare for horror movies to have us like so on edge. We were watching with I think like 4 people. Every single person was on edge, and I don't know if it's because it was very relatable. The whole movie, the concept is that like this is like in the height of COVID, and sees a bunch of friends that are like trying to like hang out. So they decide to try to like contact like ghosts through like a medium that they hire, and shit just hits the fan. The movie's super short. It's like an hour and like 5 minutes because it gets straight to the point, and it's just back to back to back to back. But a really, really solid movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I think that was the beginning actually of Horror Movie Sundays, because that movie during the height of COVID was like the first thing that not the first thing.
One of the early like horror movies.
I think we watched like Black Widow and shit like that, and then we watched that, and we were like, we really love watching horror movies together. So I have a very like deep place in my heart for that. It's a great movie. It's a great fucking movie. And it's short. The scares are just perfectly done. Good movie. My first pick is going to be, man, the thing is that I have them in my head, and then I just Creep.
You motherfucker.
Creep.
I have to take that off now.
Creep. If you haven't watched it, is great. It's like stalker and obsession, and it's a great film that you and I are the only ones that watched.
Yeah, no,
I think we watched it
again
with everyone
to show. I think
it was just like a day that like I think everyone was doing something, and then everyone was hanging out at my house, and we're like, let's just watch a horror movie.
I think it was that we literally filmed the pod, and we were like, let's just watch a movie.
So we watched the first Creep, and the movie finished, and like it's very rare for me and Evan to not talk through a movie. And the first movie finished, and we looked at each other, and we were like, that was incredible.
Yeah, like. There's a sequel. Let's watch the sequel.
And then we found out there was a sequel, and then we watched the sequel, and the sequel's good. And there was supposed to be a third one.
And they're making a third.
Update on the third one.
Oh shit.
The third one was supposed to be made, but the creators come out. I mean, like we don't want to rush it because we don't know how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
They've been writing a couple of like sequels
variations
and whatever, but none of them they think
can hit
the amazingness of the first two. They feel like,
hey, I respect that though. That at least they don't want to just.
It's funny because there's a thought that the third one is going to be a detective thriller where they're looking for him.
That's cool,
right? And there's a lot of like thought processes of what it's gonna be, but Creep 1 and 2, great movies.
Solid.
Yeah.
Cool. So for my second one, little throwback here, Hell House.
That was gonna be mine too.
Yes.
Good pick.
You pick Creep,
pick.
so I gotta pick.
So pick Hell House.
Pick Hell House. Once again, little context. Very rare for a horror movie to get us. Me, Tono, and Aesthetico watched this one. It was like the beginning was very like setting up kind of what it's gonna be. The whole thing is that these like friends like rent out this like place to make a haunted house,
and they do this a lot, but then they go into this place that's like the Hell House,
and it's like run down and
it has some great scares. I mean, like truly fantastic.
There's
scares.
a point with like the lights are flicking on and off, and like that.
My favorite one is that the camera guy goes to sleep, and then you like he sees something, and then he goes under the blankets, and then when he comes back out, the thing is just there. It's just great.
Yes.
It's just great. It's fantastic.
Great jump scares. And there's 3 more apparently.
So there's 2 more. The movie ended, and we all were like, it was good. The scares were great, but like the story,
the ending was really like
nothing
abrupt.
got explained,
Yeah,
and we were whatever. And then I found that there's 2 other movies to like the story of it, so we haven't watched the other 2 movies, but I'm very excited to watch that.
So what's your second?
Dashcam.
I hate you.
Dashcam.
Stop
from
taking
the same
mine.
creator of.
That's your last one, right?
No,
that's your second.
That's my second.
Fuck.
From the same creator of Host, was it?
It's the same one. Yes, the same director.
From the same creator. It is a different type of horror than Host. Host is like a very like well done, like beat for beat. Dashcam is just fucking psychotic. I mean, like just crazy.
And the main character.
Main character's hilarious, and she is a problem. It is just a great fucking like it is
and
so
like
much fun. And it's very rare that a horror movie like has good scares and is also so much fun to watch.
Yeah. Like Host, it like just gets into it like back to back to back. It is a little longer, like it is a full length. If I'm not mistaken,
I think it's an hour and 10, while the Host was like
or I think it was like an hour 15. Like it was definitely longer.
It was a little longer, but it's a very fun watch. Definitely watch it with friends though. Don't watch it alone, because it's fun to watch with other people. It's one of those horror movies that's like good.
So my last one.
Okay.
And another more recent one. Shout out to Aesthetica for this one. Grave Encounters.
That's a good one.
Grave
That's
Encounters.
a good one.
So
Grave Encounters is a good one.
Aesthetica for like the longest time was like, yeah, like Grave Encounters is like, I believe it was like she said like her favorite horror movie, or maybe her favorite found footage horror movie, but like whatever, just one that she really liked. And we finally got around to watching it like a few months ago. And let me tell you, in the beginning I was like, I don't get like what's like, it's a very like stereotypical, like what is happening. But then they tried to leave the place.
Yes.
And I will never like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like I was watching the movie, but I was just kind of there, right?
Yeah.
They tried to leave and I saw like them go, this is like the entrance. And I sat up and I went, oh, here we go. And after that, it just went back to back to back. Really good. Like I said,
it's a great movie.
Really good. Did not scare me as much, like as a sort of horror, but very entertaining.
It was a very enjoyable watch. The thing is that, and if you're not agreeing with our picks, we would love to hear your picks for all of these categories. You do have to put all of our picks in the through line of most of these films we watch together. And so there is an added love for these movies just because there is that moment of all of us watching it and reacting at the same time. Grave Encounters was really fun because our friend, what is her Instagram handle?
Half Squad Soph. That was when our joke started, that she was like, you know what I would do in this situation? We're like, what? She goes, I go to sleep, just sleep. And so our joke with her is that every time there's just something scary, that her reaction would just to go to sleep. Yeah. So let's go through your last, because we got
Above, so
2
below.
more. You know what's funny? I was between those 2, so I'm happy that you got that one on there.
It was one, funny enough, another thing that we do as a friend group is we rarely rewatch movies that other people have watched, just because we like to experience things together. But As Above, So Below was really raved on by you and Aesthetica. And it was my first time watching it, and it is not a scary movie, but it is a freaking good movie. Like it is very well done. It is an incredibly it's suspenseful and it's beautiful and it's a gorgeous movie. And I am always a fan of just well done suspense thriller movies, even if they are not super scary movies.
All right.
So that will be my last pick for found footage.
All right. So that is ours. I'm gonna have you take the lead in our penultimate, because we have 2 more categories left.
Hey, I want to say I appreciate you.
Why?
Because we came in today, just letting everyone know, we came in today going, hey, what are we going to talk about today?
I got you.
I have a thing for later, but I was kind of scared of how long we were going to. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
So our second to last category is going to be monster movies.
Okay.
So monster horror films. So you start us off.
Malignant.
Monster House. You can't use Malignant.
Yes, I can.
No, for the final category, you'll know why.
Damn it.
You can't use Malignant.
I was saving Malignant for...
I know you were. I will say.
Psychological thrillers is the last one, and Malignant is not a psychological...
We're scrapping...
You axed psychological thrillers?
We're axing... Fine. We can speedrun psychological thrillers.
No.
Okay.
That doesn't matter anymore. My first pick's going to be Midsommar. Your pick's going to be like some random movie I haven't watched.
For what? Psychological thriller?
Yeah.
Sure, fuck it. Our one pick for psychological thriller.
Mine's going to be Midsommar.
Fuck.
You can pick Hereditary.
I don't like Hereditary as much as I like Midsommar. Never mind. My psychological thriller is gonna be Jordan Peele's Us. Bitch.
That's a good one.
Yeah, thank
Hey,
you.
good
All right,
job.
so we'll so now back to monster movies. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Are you
steal.
gonna actually pick Monster House?
Why? Did you
I'm
see it
asking.
on my phone there?
No, you said Monster House.
No, I
Out
said it
loud.
as a joke.
Oh,
Do you want to pick Monster House?
no.
So do you want to?
You
want
go
to
first
for
because
this one? All right. So my first one here is one that's called.
I have my first pick.
Okay, go.
It.
Oh yeah, you did say you were.
Yeah.
Now clarify the 2017 one.
The
or?
newer ones.
Cool.
I've watched the older ones. I don't think the problem with it is that I don't love the story of it personally.
You don't love the story of it?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't like no offense to Stephen King, he is a horror genius. I didn't love it that much. I like The Shining more. I like Pet Sematary more. But the newer movies are really well done. And they're very enjoyable. And it is actually very creepy in those movies. So it is my first pick.
All right. I like
What is
it.
your first pick?
So my first pick is going to be one that I don't think you've seen yet, that I've talked about a few times. It is on Netflix. It is called The Ritual. Eldritch Being type stuff. Really, really cool monster at the end. And it's sort of one of those movies that kind of deals kind of like, what's it called? Talk to Me, where there's like an entity, but also the characters grieving through something. So it kind of adds an extra layer of like every decision they make, you understand why, and like there's sort of that growth at the end. The Ritual is really, really cool. It's on Netflix.
I need to watch it.
I watched it by myself like two years, I think like maybe a few months after
Put it
it
on the
came
list.
out.
We'll do a rewatch because if you like it, then
I
wanna
really
watch
liked
it.
I really liked Ritual.
I have my number 2 if you're
Yeah,
done
go
talking
ahead.
about The Ritual. Cabin in the Woods.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, that's a good pick because there's so many
good
freaking
pick.
monsters.
No, really, really good pick.
I'm not like this is one of the few times that if you have not watched Cabin in the Woods, I don't want to spoil you because it is so surprising and like the twist that happens. It is a very good movie. If you have watched it, you know why I've picked it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Like it's just one of those things that I think you should watch. That's it.
We need to have an argument, and I don't think you can argue with me.
Okay.
I think we would have to really figure out
Okay.
if this counts. Jurassic Park.
It does not. It's not a horror movie.
Why?
Because
Why is it not a horror movie?
Because the
Dinosaurs eat people.
it's not a horror movie
Why?
because it's a blockbuster.
So just because it's a successful movie?
No, it's not that it's a successful movie, dude. Talk to Me was a successful movie. The thing with Jurassic Park is that it's more of a adventure thriller than it is a horror movie.
Okay.
Listen, if you want to pick it as a
no, it's
monster
fine.
movie,
I
I'm cool
had
with
a
it.
backup regardless. My second pick is going to be The Thing.
That's a good movie.
The Thing's a great
Yeah, that's
fucking
a
movie.
fucking
And like you and I
good
talked
movie.
about, doppelganger type shit is the scariest things because you never know who's who. Go watch The Thing, guys. They released a remake. I don't think the remake was pretty good. I haven't seen the remake. I think it came out in like 2014 or something. But the OG Thing had what's this guy's name? Kurt Russell. There it is. Yeah, and the ending of the movie is one of the coolest fucking endings in
Yeah.
just like any monster movie. That's my second pick. You
Okay.
got one?
Yeah, my last pick, it's going to be a little bit out of left field.
Mhm.
I know none of you have watched it.
Okay.
It's going to be The Terrifier.
Oh, I haven't watched that
The one
one.
with the clown.
He's a monster?
Yeah.
Oh. Is he a slasher or is he like
He would also
or is
be
it like
it's-
Pennywise that he's like some sort of weird demonic ancient?
You know, to be honest with you,
Mhm.
I'm gonna back up on this because I think he is a slasher. I think he is a real person. It's just fucking gory.
I'll let you pick that one.
No. I have a backup.
Okay.
I have a backup. I'm actually. So, you and I can argue.
Mhm.
I'm gonna actually pick something that we talked about recently,
Okay.
and just because I don't think that the movie's that good,
Okay.
I just think that the monsters are very fucking cool.
Okay.
No One Will Save You.
Oh, I guess aliens could count as
they are
monsters.
kind
Sure,
of
no, we'll
monsters.
count it. We'll count it.
Okay. No One Will Save You. I talked about it like 2 or 3 episodes ago. It's an alien movie. It's not a great film. The story is a bit contrived, but the monsters, like the aliens
Yeah, the aliens
themselves,
look cool.
are fucking incredible.
They look cool.
And there is specifically one that is terrifying.
Little crawler one. The big boy.
The big boy.
Big boy.
The big boy is
Big boy
terrifying to me. Because if I saw that thing in real life, I would just shit my pants.
I'm also adding an honorable mention to the demonic one.
I have a last
Fuck
category.
you guys,
after
it's
the
my
next one.
podcast. Which is gonna be Hellhole, which the whole movie was pretty. Was it Spanish or was it Italian?
No. It was in English.
No, it wasn't. We had it with like the English dubbing. I think it was Spanish or French. Movies cool, like pretty like cool movie. The ending with the reveal of the demon and the wooden Jesus, one of the coolest endings
The
ever.
wooden Jesus was a
But the
great.
monster looked cool too, and it looked.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was practical from what
The
we
movie
looked
was
up.
the movie's also in like No One Will Save You. It was not a good movie.
Yeah.
But
Backing
like
up to my final one,
great monsters.
coming back. I gotta throw an Alien.
Oh, Alien. Yeah.
I gotta throw an Alien.
Holy shit! I just didn't even think about
had
that.
to throw an Alien. I mean,
The bit-
obviously,
Well, aliens count.
yeah. We'll
Aliens
count. There we go.
There we go.
We squashed it right now. The Xenomorph is just terrifying.
It
with
is
the little,
terrifying.
V Mogurtov is absolutely terrified of the face huggers. Don't blame her at all.
Facehuggers are terrifying. I will say Xenomorph is not as terrifying anymore to me. I think that the first Alien
It's a
is
DVD now.
incredible. But now that like I think the reason it's the same thing with the Thing,
Mhm.
right? I think the less you can see the monster, the more terrifying it is. Now that you can see the whole Xenomorph, it's not as terrifying.
Maybe
I think that the
the
horror
game's scary. I'll tell you that much.
it is a little scary,
little
but it's
scary.
more jump scary.
Do you have,
scary.
was that your? Was that? Do
That
you
was
have
your
a
last
final
one? All right.
Did you say your last one?
Yeah. It was
Okay.
No One Will Save You.
All right. Are you ready for our final category?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. You said you had a category?
I'll do it at the end. If you steal Malignant from me, I will kill you.
I'm not gonna steal Malignant from
Okay,
you.
cool.
Our final category here.
Mhm.
Horror B movies, because we've watched a lot
No.
of these, and that's why I said I would
I
count
don't
Malignant.
know if Malignant is
I'm gonna
a B
count
movie,
it.
dude.
Dodo, he throws a fucking chair at someone.
Yeah, but
like,
it's
I'm
made
gonna
from
let
it's
you.
made from the guy who made Sinister.
Yeah, okay, and some
Fine,
of the
mine
other.
is Malignant.
All right, so we'll let you start off with.
Listen,
it's
if you
such
haven't
a
wa-
good
If
movie.
you haven't watched Malignant, Malignant's fucking
It's
incredible.
such a good
It is.
movie.
It is a funny fucking.
It's such
movie.
a. You know, I'm picking fucking Velocipaster.
Velocipaster.
That's my first
a horror
pick.
movie.
It's a horror movie. Let's
Fine.
be
I
honest.
will allow it.
I'm gonna pick Velocipaster
Okay,
just because.
my second pick is Killer Sofa.
Okay, we're on a sofa right now.
Funny thing is, is it Killer Couch or Killer Sofa?
It doesn't.
I think it's Killer
It
Sofa.
doesn't matter.
Funny enough, it's not a sofa or a couch. It's a recliner.
It is a recliner,
is.
but I think Killer Recliner doesn't have as
No, it's
much
not
of a.
the zing.
And I will say, one,
I'm
the
going to my
movie was
letterbox
shot.
for this.
The movie was shot pretty
Pretty
well.
good, yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, like the plot made sense. Like, yeah, like throughout the whole thing, you're like, it's a killer sofa, but the end by you find out what it is, you're like, that actually makes a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah, it's really it was really well shot. Not a great movie, but like it's fun.
Yeah. My next pick. Funnel.
Yes.
I gotta pick Santa Jaws.
That
gotta-
makes sense. I love
gotta-
how mine are like more like
You
horror,
gotta
and yours
pick,
are just
you
stupid.
gotta pick Santa Jaws, dude. Santa Jaws is
So
a-
I'm going to my letterbox because whenever we watch one of these movies, I put it in my letterbox.
You want to hear something really funny? I picked
Yeah.
horror B movies, and the Slender Man movie was the first one that came up.
Nice. I hate that movie. This movie's terrible.
Mm.
I'm stuck between two.
Let's hear him.
One BR.
Ooh,
Remember that
was
one?
a good
Like the
one.
Colts
Yes,
and
that
that
was
one
a
was good.
really good.
That one was really good. And my other B movie that like is on the cusp is I saw it. Give me 1 second.
You got this.
We watched it more recently. Deadstream.
Oh,
Deadstream.
Deadstream. Oh, that could have been a good one for the found footage one
Yeah,
too.
it would have been good for the
That
found
was a
footage.
good one.
Deadstream and 1BR. I'm gonna pick two. Fuck it. It's
Okay,
it's
so
our
those are your-
podcast. I can decide.
Those are your final two?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
I do have one more category after you pick this one.
You know, I can't find another one that.
So I'll give you one.
So
BR.
I'm gonna. No.
I'll give you one
no.
BR.
I know which one I'm gonna pick. This
Okay,
was
what?
kind of like my backup. I was trying to find like an actual horror B movie that like a good one, but no. If I'm sticking with the memes, Lamageddon.
Fuck.
Lamageddon, in which after 20 minutes of us watching it, I realized the guy's shirt changed every scene.
Yeah, every scene. One of the director of the movie was also an actor. His shirt changed every scene.
Yeah, just Lamageddon. It's about llamas. Go watch it. All right, you said you have a final category.
I have a final
for
category,
us?
which is unhonorable mentions. I'm making it a whole category.
Okay.
Of 3 horror movies that we think are terrible.
Okay, you want to go first?
Yeah, Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, there
Fuck
it is.
that movie. So quickly, the reason I hate Blair Witch Project is because the movie isn't scary. It's just terribly shot. And like, I understand that if you were during the time that it was coming out and like the thought process of like, oh, this is real, and their marketing campaign, it must have been a great kind of concept. It's not a good movie. And that is, that's kind of that's not loved in the school that I went to for college, because from what I understand, some of the people that went to my college made that movie, and it is beloved in my university. Not by me. It is a terrible movie.
You're like, it's beloved. Not by me.
Not by me. No, it is not a good movie. Just if you want, watch it. There's no scares. And until the end, and then the last scare is stupid. Yeah, that's my TED Talk. Thank you for coming. What is your first honorable? I can go through the list if you want. I have another 2 like that.
Just let's do yours, bro.
Smile. Fuck that movie. That movie's terrible. Smile just came out.
Oh, the one that we saw?
Yeah, terrible movie. It's not good. It's not good. It's not scary. The monster was dumb. The whole thing was contrived. There was so much potential in it, and it squandered all of it. We watched a double feature with Smile and Barbarian, and Barbarian was a better movie.
Barbarian was a really solid
and that's
movie.
not fair to give Smile, because obviously each movie should be its own thing. But like, everyone was raving on Smile. The marketing was great for Smile. Just not a good movie. Not a good horror movie, per se. Not good. I did not like it. It was bad. Do you have any?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have my first one.
What is your first one?
We mentioned it earlier. The new Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah, that movie sucked.
I was just everyone was dumb. Everyone made really dumb decisions, really like, and I know horror movies have that trope of like people making really awful dumb decisions. But yeah, really dumb decisions. And like I said, I know why horror movies do it, where they bring back the legacy characters. I feel like they kind of just threw her in there, and she just immediately got her shit rocked.
Yeah, it was useless. The whole movie was useless.
Yeah,
it was a stupid movie.
My second,
yeah.
Yes, my second pick, one that you and I watched, the You're Next.
Okay.
Which
I thought you were gonna pick my third one. Yes, I remember You're Next.
You're Next is kind of another early 2000s like horror slasher.
No, it's kind of slasher. Yeah.
But like the whole movie was just real. Like the ending was kind of cool. Like
okay.
Don't and I agree that like the fact that the plot twist is that like the girl that they thought was like useless was like a military kid, and she was like fucking them up.
Yeah.
So the only entertaining part was like the ending, but like it was just very predictable. Like 10 minutes in the movie, Don and I were like, the family's gonna be evil.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just, of the ones that all the movies we've seen, it was not even like in like my top 20. Even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are 2 that I'm doing honorable mentions for the honorable mentions. Empty Man is one of them, and then the other one is, I forgot the name of it. Do you remember that movie we watched about the house that she moved in, and then there was a house across the water?
Oh yeah, like the lighthouse or something.
No, it was something like, it's not the lighthouse. It was a movie. It was god awful.
With where it was like she was haunted by like her demon from when she was little.
No,
like her husband.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will find it. I'll look it up for you.
I got it.
My third is a movie we watched at your house, which is a rare thing. Nightmare Alley. Fucking terrible movie. Guillermo del Toro is a
Nightmare? Oh, that is technically a horror movie.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro is an amazing director / cinematographer. He's made Pan's Labyrinth. He made the new Pinocchio, the fascist Pinocchio that we joke about. Let's see other movies. Pan's Labyrinth, Shape of Water won an Oscar for that. These aren't horror movies, but Pacific Rim, beloved. Hellboy, also beloved. And Crimson Peak, better horror movie. Nightmare Alley was convoluted. It was boring. It was stupid. It was just a bad movie. So those are my 3 unhonorable mentions. I just think it's funny. By the way, we're not hating on these movies. We've obviously watched all of these movies in their entirety. The only one that I truly do hate is Blair Witch Project, but it's also with a caveat of, I know how hard it is to make a film. You have to do so much for it, and it is just like a great thing for these people to have gotten films like this to the level that they've gotten it to. I don't enjoy it, the Blair Witch Project, but I know a lot of people, it inspired them to make movies, and it pretty much started the found footage genre, which we had an entire category for. We all love for these movies. It's just funny to talk about movies that we just didn't enjoy. Do you have a third?
Yeah, I was just trying to find the name of the...
It's so bad it doesn't matter.
It was like The Lighthouse or something.
I just vamped on the fact that like all movies are good movies, and then
so I don't think
it was just boring.
I'm gonna be honest.
Such a convoluted
I'm gonna be
movie.
honest with you. This last one is not one that I like hate, but it's one I went into thinking it was gonna be something, and it was something completely different, and it just did not capture me. Which was There's Someone at the World's End Fair.
I've never watched it.
You did. We watched it at your house. Yes, it's the one about like the girl, and she makes like YouTube videos, and then this like guy comments on her YouTube videos, and it's like a game. You don't remember that one? If I show you a photo.
Whoa, no.
We're all going to the World's Fair.
Yeah. No, I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was one of those where I thought it was going to be something better. And like, I will say like the ending from what I remember that we saw, like it wasn't, it was one of those where the ending you were like, okay, like I get what they were going for. And apparently it is based off like, I think like a creepypasta or like a horror short. Like it does have like some sort of like cult sort of following around it. But yeah, just didn't impress me. Like I thought we were gonna go get something different. I thought we were getting more like a host dash cam type movie.
Yeah, I mean it happens. Not all movies can be great. I thought it was gonna be good, but then it just ended, and it wasn't that great. But yeah, so that is our horror movie draft list. It was kinder than you and I usually have.
But also,
I'm sorry. I'm also trying to still find this movie that we were talking about. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it, if I'm being honest with you.
Since we're on the topic of horror movies, your guys' question of the day is, it's a 2-part question. What is your favorite horror movie of all time? And then what is your least favorite horror movie of all time? What's your favorite horror movie of all time? Can't even tell us? What's your least favorite horror movie of all time?
X.
My least favorite horror movie of all time is
X.
No, the one we watched.
I know which one you're gonna say.
What's it called?
It's not a horror
The Devil
movie,
something.
Though. It's the Devil All the Time, the one with Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson.
It's so useless. It's the most useless movie. It has no plot whatsoever. The characters are incredibly unlikable.
I thought it was fine.
Like
Okay.
I hated it.
I didn't think
Listen,
it was...
we have an honorable mention for a reason.
Yeah.
It was I
contrived.
would never watch it ever again in my life because watching it killed my brain cells. And I never feel that way about a
I
movie.
thought it was decent.
So.
I thought Tom Holland did a good job.
Okay.
No,
But anyway.
We're
What's
all,
your little subsection? We got
I
a little
love
bit of
him.
time left.
just not in that movie. Trash.
Okay.
You got his bag. You got his bag.
To end today's episode, because we
My
wanted to
mic.
give you guys a little bit of a breather halfway through spooky season. You did not have any questions of the week for this week, so we'll finish it off with this. I pulled up the scariest true facts.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I want you to react to them.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So the
I'm
reason-
so excited.
Okay, cool. So the first one, and the
She's
reason
been clocked out the whole podcast, but
No,
now
I haven't been clocked out. I was listening, but you guys were doing a draft, and it doesn't feel
That's
like I
fair.
really have a place to
Yeah.
speak in
No,
that.
I
so I
appreciate
was
that.
like,
movies with us.
I appreciate
yeah,
that.
but you guys, it's
You
a
saw
you
the
guys
Lhasa
thing.
pastor with us.
It's a you guys thing. So I didn't want to interject.
So, the inspiration for this segment was I was perusing TikTok, like I do, and someone was like, so there are.
That's a big word. That's the
Did
horror.
you knock?
No.
No,
There's
someone
outside.
knocked. Open the door. It's probably someone we know.
Oh, why is it that at the end of all our podcasts someone
People just
knocks?
show up. Continue.
So the inspiration for this was I was perusing TikTok, and
As one does.
There is a this is true, which is above sea level, creatures can only grow to a certain size because of gravity and food limits and stuff like that. Underwater, there is no such kind of like what is it called? Restriction.
Like, do you know, like, that's why most, like, people that keep turtles, that's why they're smaller, because they have them in, like, the little boxes. That's why turtles, like, from the wild are a lot fucking bigger.
Yeah. So, the first fact, and this is a two-parter fact, which is when the deeper you go in water, because of its weightlessness, the bigger things can grow. Cool. The second point is about, let's say, 20,000 feet underwater. Light can no longer reach, which means it is pitch black. 80% of the world lives in that range.
Nice.
80% of the world cannot be explored by human beings. And the deeper you go, the more gigantic things can get.
Yeah, I'm
so
sure.
there are whole leviathans underwater.
Yeah, fully.
The whole like argument
that's
of like
terrifying to me. I'd rather go to space.
The whole argument of like megalodon. Yeah, like
no, I don't think megalodons are real. Megalodons as an apex. Okay.
Listen.
Megalodons.
I'll let you shit on Loch Ness Monster. I'll let you shit on like. You're telling me that in the water, you do not believe there is like a 50-foot shark?
No. Why? I think there could be a 50-foot shark. I don't think it's the megalodon. Listen, here's the thing. The megalodon would be part of the shark species, and the shark species is one of the oldest species in the world. It's lived 4 out of 5 extinction events.
Do you think?
But
he's doing a lot of this
due to the way that things need to be when they're like lower and lower in the depths of the sea. A shark's anatomy, unless it were to change away from most shark-like things, couldn't be that deep.
Do you think that if we go deep enough in the ocean, there's like a shark society who hang out with a fish voiced by Will Smith? And they have like a car wash, but it's whales.
I always love these times that you can just say the stupidest shit. So my second point, second fact. We go from the depths of the sea to the reaches of space. Do you know
the final frontier?
Do you know that there is a?
I know a lot of things.
It is a theory. I don't think it is for fact. I don't think it's for fact, but I think that it's pretty positive by astronomers.
We are doing a nerd. Oh, is that mine?
It's pretty certain by astronomers that at the center of the Milky Way galaxy, there is a black hole.
There's a what?
A black hole.
Okay.
That eventually will suck the whole galaxy in on itself. So we are living in a galaxy that will, like, obviously one day it'll cease to exist, and then it will exist again. That's fine. But that's terrifying to me, right? Because to think that at the center of what we live in, there is something that is just so destructive and obnoxiously horrible, is kind of scary to me. Any things to add to that?
You know, dinosaurs can't give hugs.
Okay.
Think about it.
Okay, I'm going
T-Rexes
on to the next
have tiny arms.
I'm going on to the next one.
Other animals have.
I'm just gonna continue going.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
It's widely believed that your hearing is the last sense you lose when you die.
That's awful. What's your favorite dinosaur?
We're not doing this. This is my segment. I went along with your segment.
Mine is a pterodon.
Yes. Would you like to add something to this stupidity?
No.
Cool.
1 in 100 people are psychopaths.
Oh, yeah.
I know 100 people.
1 in 100.
No, I'm sorry. 1 in 100 people are psychopaths. To add on to that, statistically, obviously not from me, from what I've read, there are at least 20 to 50 active serial killers in the United States.
That's so fun.
That have not been caught.
Wow.
and they have no leads. That's just from an FBI agent. That at any given time there are about 25 to 50 serial killers. Yeah, that's terrifying.
That's wonderful.
The next
It makes me
one.
wonder, like, how many people, like, if we know any, just don't feel anything inside at all.
What do you mean?
You know, like, I wonder if anyone that we know
I can add
is
this.
just masking so well that we have no idea.
Well, psychopaths.
That's what I'm saying.
Psychopaths are very good at masking.
That's what I'm saying.
But
That anyone that we know could theoretically be a psychopath.
I think that yes, but I think that comes to a point. I think that within like the inner, like our friends, we would know. Because masking only goes so far. Psychopaths are easy to read.
I can tell
eventually.
you right now, every single person that's a psychopath that I know.
Okay, cool.
Boom, 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 boom.
No.
So it's Evan.
Whoa. I'm not a psychopath. I'm a
How'd you know?
sociopath. It's
How'd you
different.
know?
You are not a sociopath. You
So-
cry about anything, which I do too, so shut up.
Hey, so
don't need to be
this
called
isn't
out.
like a scary fact,
Okay.
but this is something that Leah and I both saw, and we both went, absolutely not. So
Okay.
there's a person on TikTok, and it's like a popping TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
God,
they
this
went-
guy.
Yeah, this guy went, hey guys, so I grew my own cordyceps from my body.
From my skin and blood. And then he proceeded to eat it.
So we're
And
all like,
everyone's like, illegal.
so
Call
my
the
favorite was
cops.
I saw this TikTok because it was a person like stitching it, and it was like him doing that, and the girl goes, 1 minute, and she comes back and starts playing the theme to The Last of Us.
I have not seen the video,
Someone
but
called him
people
the first of us.
were saying, no. That he called it the first of us.
Yeah.
That he was the first of us.
Yeah, so that's just
And
let's
I
just hope
just-
nothing
That
comes
is
out of that.
terrifying. To go along with that, that's so much fun. Because of the consistent rate of the ice caps melting,
Mm-hmm.
billion-year-old bacteria and viruses that they affectionately are
Gabby,
called.
just informed me that he called it sweet after he ate it. He said that the
Sweet.
skin
Okay, that's
fungi
disgusting.
was sweet.
Because of the ice caps melting, bacteria and viruses that were around billions of years ago, which they are affectionately calling zombie bacteria, are now coming out into the earth, and scientists are terrified that because they were so prominent billions of years ago, we are not going to be able to fight them. So yeah, that could just happen. You know,
I mean, it already kind of happened. Not really in that sense, but
with CV2.
yeah, like, but I'm assuming they mean that if it gets like too out of control, like,
Yeah.
we won't be able to find a cure fast enough.
We're living in Plague Inc. In the world of Plague Inc.
Oh God!
My next and I'll do this as my last fact. Because
have
this
one.
has terrified me since 4th grade.
I have one.
Cool, you go, and then I'll do
It
my
takes
last
3 days after you die for your cat to eat your body.
You don't have a cat.
I know, but if I did, and I just
one. I
randomly
feel like
died,
that's a totality.
if I just randomly died, it would take a cat 3 days to go, damn, that's a yummy looking snack.
I mean,
What's
if you
your
don't-
last fact?
So my last fact, and I'm gonna like set the scene.
Look at
right?
that. You guys are getting entertainment and knowledge.
I'm gonna set
Continue.
the scene. So in 4th grade.
4th grade.
I still don't remember the teacher's name. Do you remember? It was the best days.
I remember
Whenever the
everything.
teacher would roll in the TV on that like 3
Magic School Bus, Bill Nye. Hell
Dude,
yeah.
It was the best day,
Magical.
except
And
this
you're about
one
to
day,
ruin it for me.
because our teacher rolled this in. She's like, today we're going to learn about volcanoes. And we proceeded to learn about the super volcano that is under Yellowstone National Park. And then for the next hour and a half, it proceeded to be scientists going, yeah, you know, if Yellowstone National Park's volcano were to explode, the ash explosion would completely decimate life in like from California to half of the United States. And then the ash released into the air would then cover the globe and leave us in a ash winter, making crops fail, most of livestock to die, and then humanity would slowly but surely starve. So that was shown to 4th graders, right? Terrifying. Not a great day of the TV being rolled in.
I just
the fact that I want to say is that Yellowstone is but one of 40 in the world that could do that. And scientists say that those type of events happen, every like 80,000 to 100,000 years, and that we are 24,000 years like late on one of those things happening.
Oh my god.
And so I just have to live with the fact that any day now we could live in it through an extinction event.
I just remember in 4th grade them showing us the video of Robert the doll, and you and I going, that shit's in Florida?
No, that's right.
Oh my god, we should go see it.
Let's not.
Let's do a special episode.
Let's not.
Where we film us
I
going.
don't think we're allowed to
Oh,
film
can't.
no,
Robert the
you
doll.
can't film him.
Fun fact.
No.
Fun fact.
He will
friend,
get mad.
Yeah. Fun fact. My friend, my neighbor that I had
He
at
will
the
get
time,
mad.
went to this museum because Robert the doll, the haunted doll that just haunted apparently, is in a museum in the Keys. I don't know if it's currently still there. I'm pretty sure it is.
I believe it is.
But like Talia mentioned, they have very like vivid signs of like rules you have to follow. The first and foremost being that you cannot take a picture like without asking like Robert the doll, hey yo, can I take
Is
a
it
photo
cool?
of you?
But then
And apparently,
he
how
says
does
no?
he answer?
no.
Yeah, like what
I
if
don't
he
know.
is saying
But
no,
then-
but
but
you
then-
do it
but then-
anyways?
Yeah.
But then here's where it gets a little weird because there's apparently like certain things where like he likes to fuck with you, right? My friend walked by that exhibit,
Yes.
saw Robert the doll,
Uh-huh.
kind of stood there, observed it, took it in, felt a little creeped out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Went home, and on his phone was a photo of the doll.
Nope.
And he was like, how the, and I don't mean like a stock image, like from the location.
Nope.
Like if it was taken by him.
I mean, okay. It would also be a really good marketing ploy that if once you entered,
Like it airdrops.
it airdrops you without
No, but
you
this
knowing.
was like,
that
oh
would
my
be
God,
this
that
was
would
like
be
2000.
genius.
This was like
That would be
2010. Like there
genius.
was no airdrop. Like there was, mind you, like
Wait,
you
I'm
said,
just saying.
maybe
no,
they,
you're onto something.
I'm just
Maybe
saying.
they could've.
It'd be real
You're
cool.
onto something.
Also, apparently, like if you take a picture without asking him, you get into a car accident. So I
Yeah.
think that's how he gets you. Listen, it's him and
just-
I think Annabelle the doll.
he just,
It's one of them that
I'm
does
sorry.
that.
I'm sorry.
I think
I'm sure,
Annabelle
I'm sure
might
it's
be the
terrifying.
one.
I'm sure it's terrifying, but I just imagine you go to this doll.
Yes.
You don't like whatever,
Uh-huh.
and he just like looks around, opens the glass, runs to your car, cuts your brakes, and runs back.
No. I can just imagine you driving home from Robert, being like, haha, I got away with it. Get into a car accident. You just get out of your car. This person that you just crashed into goes, man, where's your, like, do you have your insurance? And you're just like, Robert! He's going to think you're a psychotic.
But thanks for the fun facts, knowledge. I always
So
look at this
now,
camera.
Can we
Now-
go on like a spooky
No.
excursion?
Sure.
No.
One of our episodes is going to be filmed from a haunted house. So
Where? How?
I'll make it
Like
happen.
this
Sure.
month?
Probably not, because I am traveling the next 2 weeks. You are still gonna
his
get
house?
your
Is his house
allotted
haunted?
episodes. Do not worry. But I will be traveling the next 2 weeks, so be kind.
I've been told that DeWitta's house is haunted.
Listen,
so
all of our houses are haunted.
Whoa.
not ours.
We don't say that here.
Chill.
We have
No.
we have
Anyways.
Pepito over here. We have who's the one in
Emily.
Tony's. Emily's and Tony's. That's right. Di Huertas is also and then mine is 100% haunted.
Thanks for watching. Hope you learned some knowledge.
Thank you.
Go watch some spooky movies.
I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Get some candy for the trick-or-treaters.
Don't take them from a baby.
Don't take them from a baby.
But if they're like 7 years old, they deserve it.
And remember,
they're just terrorists of society.
the horror is always not watching this podcast. Goodbye, everyone.
And always know that the demons are scarier inside than they are
Why did I
outside.
even say it? Why can't you ever just end
Have
it like a normal
great
thing?
night or day or morning, whenever you're listening to this. Bye.